Welcome to this video, where we'll explore a fascinating and transformative topic in modern aviation. Get ready to discover the highlights of the world's most advanced commercial airplane, a journey packed with interesting facts, technological innovations, and a perspective on the future of air travel that's sure to impress. If you find this content interesting, we invite you to like and subscribe to stay up to date on the wonders the aviation industry has to offer. Let's get started. What is this aircraft? For several years, aircraft manufacturers have competed intensely to dominate the market for wide-bodied, high-capacity aircraft for long-haul flights. The Boeing 777, launched in the 1990s, was a milestone in combining a reliable and spacious fuselage with the efficiency of a twin-engine design. However, with the advent of the Airbus A350 and the Boeing 787 Dreamliner, the industry shifted toward lighter materials and more sophisticated aerodynamic designs. In response to these challenges, Boeing decided to upgrade its iconic 777 to an unprecedented level. The result? The 777X family, especially the largest and most anticipated model, the Boeing 777-9. With its introduction, Boeing seeks to set a new standard in capacity, fuel efficiency, aerodynamics, and comfort in a single aircraft that promises to revolutionize the flying experience. One of the most common questions is, what makes it so special compared to other giants, such as the A350 or the Airbus A380? The answer lies in a series of innovations ranging from its structure and materials to its wing design, combining the best technology of the 787 Dreamliner with the extended range of the traditional 777. The 777X can easily carry more than 400 passengers in 2 or 3 class configurations, depending on the requirements of each airline. Despite being a large plane, it is designed to operate efficiently in most airports in the world, thanks to an ingenious system that allows the wings' tips to be folded to save space at the boarding gates. Later we will deepen this interesting detail. In summary, if you want to know which aircraft is destined to lead long-distance routes with its high performance and comfort promises, there is no doubt that the Boeing 777X is a solid candidate to become the most modern and advanced commercial plane in the world. Advanced technology. In the field of aviation, advanced technology refers to each innovation that improves efficiency, security, or comfort during the flight. In the case of 777X, these innovations cover various areas, including aerodynamics, materials, flight control systems, and cabin design. We highlight the following aspects. Innovative waters. A remarkable aspect of 777X are its carbon fiber wings, which have a wingspan higher than that of the original 777 models, almost equal to that of the Airbus A380. The true innovation is that the tips of these wings are folding. Why fold the wings? This improves aerodynamics. When flying, each additional centimeter of size increases support and reduces fuel consumption. Greater land adaptability. In many airports, the doors and skirting streets are designed for aircraft with standard magnification. The folding wings of 777X significantly reduce the width of the plane, allowing an adaptation without inconvenience to these infrastructure. Inspired in part by the experience with 787, these wings are made of compound materials that combine resistance and lightness, which reduces the total weight of the plane, increases efficiency, and decreases the operating costs of airlines. The scope of aviation pays special attention to engines, which are fundamental for the efficiency and sustainability of an airplane. For 777X, Boeing collaborates with General Electric in the development of its G9X engines. What distinguishes them? The design of large turbines. These engines have a large diameter front fan that allows more air to be processed with less effort, which reduces fuel consumption. In addition, ceramic matrix composites, CMC, ultra-heat-resistant materials and considerably lighter than traditional plane turbines incorporate less noise. The blades and the combustion system have been redesigned to operate in a quieter way, even by taking away maximum power. This combination of size, efficiency, and power allows 777X to travel long distances and take off with significant passenger and loads, maintaining a consumption lower than that of previous generations of wide fuselage aircraft. Advanced flight and plane control systems. Another significant technological advance is reflected in the plane, the electronic plane system. 777X pilots have large screens and several high-resolution electronic screens that present all flight information clearly and integrated. Smart software. Inspired by 787 Dreamliner, the system monitors conditions in real time and can attend the pilot in case of adverse weather conditions or unforeseen situations, increasing the degree of automation. Although the pilot maintains the final control, digital assistance optimizes the performance of the plane and facilitates the transition between the different phases of the flight, takeoff, cruise, and landing. Efficiency and reduction of emissions. In the era of sustainability, aviation faces the challenge of reducing its environmental footprint. 777X advances in this aspect by consuming less fuel. Its advanced wings, compound materials, and efficient motors reduce passenger consumption, achieving lower emissions. Applied technology meets the most demanding standards of current emissions, and some studies suggest that their footprint could improve between 10% and 15% compared to previous models of their category. Compatibility with sustainable fuels. Although it is still a developing area, 777X is designed to operate with traditional and biofuel fuel mixtures, promoting a more ecological aviation. In summary, 777X avant-garde technology is not limited to aesthetic improvements. It represents an integral commitment to efficiency, reliability, and sustainability, essential foundations for the future of commercial aviation. Comfort on board. A plane can be highly efficient, but if it does not provide a good experience to the passenger, it will be difficult to conquer the market. The Boeing 777X stands out not only for its technical performance, but also for the feeling of comfort in the cabin. How do you do it? Spacious and adaptable cabin. The original 777 was already recognized for its wide interior, and this legacy has moved to 777X with slight modifications inspired by the Dreamliner 787. Its fuselage width allows various seat settings. Although many airlines will choose a 333 or 343 configuration in economic class, some might choose to install wider seats and more spacious corridors. Interior sky design. The ceiling presents a special curvature and lighting that generate the sensation of more space and comfort. Also, the upper compartments are designed to facilitate the storage of without complications. Greater comfort in all classes. The interior of 777X can be configured to offer an improvement in each service class, economy and premium economy. Improved spaces include individual entertainment screens, USB and current shots, in addition to the possibility of Wi-Fi connection throughout the flight. Business class offers suites with totally reclining seats, greater privacy, and customizable lighting options. First class. Some airlines could take advantage of the space to install private suites with sliding doors, minister, or even showers, as well as certain A380, depending on the brand and service style they wish to provide. Lighting and pressurization inspired by 787. The 787 Dreamliner revolutionized the comfort on board thanks to its lower cabin altitude. The pressurization is designed for passengers to experience an altitude equivalent to approximately 1,800 meters, instead of 2,400 to 2,500 meters in older planes, which reduces fatigue, headache, and dehydration. Greater humidity and better air circulation. The usual dryness is minimized in the airplanes, making the most pleasant flight, especially on long routes. Larger windows. 777X has larger windows, allowing the entry of more natural light and offering panoramic views. In addition, electronic darkening replaces traditional blinds, facilitating light control. Intelligent LED lighting. Gradually changes color and intensity to simulate natural cycles day and night, helping to minimize the jet lag. Entertainment and connectivity. In the digital age, entertainment on board is fundamental. 777X is prepared for high-definition entertainment systems. Tactile screens in each seat with catalogs of films, series, music and games in constant renewal. Improved Wi-Fi connection. Airlines can offer stable and fast internet access, ideal for those who wish to work or stay connected on social networks during transcontinental flights. Load of devices. Several USB, USB-C shots, and current plugs ensure that no one is left without half the trip. The result is a considerably more pleasant on board, designed for both business travelers that require air productivity, and for families and tourists seeking entertainment and comfort. Impact on aviation. Knowing its characteristics, the question about the real impact of 777X on the industry arises. The implications are diverse and cover different levels. Changes in long-distance routes. Thanks to its great autonomy and passenger capacity, the 777X allows airlines to consider even longer or high-demand routes without scales. For example, it could connect cities of Asia with Latin America or link destinations in Europe with remote places in Oceania, optimizing both time and operating costs. This expansion of non-scales routes promises to transform the offer for travelers, who value more and more the possibility of reaching its final destination without transfers that prolong the trip. Competition with the Airbus A350 and withdrawal of four-term with fuselage aviation is found in a transition moment. The four-story airplanes, such as the Boeing 747 and the Airbus A380, iconic due to their size, are losing popularity due to its high operating costs. The efficiency of the new generation bimotor, such as 777X and the A350, has led many airlines to modernize their fleets with these models, ending the era of the four engines. Thus, 777X will not only compete with the A350 for the interest of customers in advanced technology, but also accelerate the withdrawal of older and less efficient models. Pressure for sustainability. Although 777X reduces emissions by passenger kilometer compared to its predecessors, the aeronautical industry faces increasing pressure by governments and environmental organizations. This context drives continuous research. Airlines and manufacturers will seek to develop even more ecological airplanes, either using hydrogen motors, electrical propulsion, or SAF sustainable fuels. Thanks to its recent design, 777X could better adapt to these future advances, playing a fundamental role in the transition towards sustainable aviation. This, of course, also depends on airport infrastructure, the availability of less polluting fuels and the political will to implement adequate regulations. Influence in the design of upcoming planes. Successful technological innovations usually establish a standard for future projects. If folding wings and aerodynamic configuration of 777X prove to be effective in daily operations, similar designs are probable in coming airplanes, both from Airbus and other manufacturers. Competition, of course, will not stop. Airbus will probably respond with continuous improvements to the A350 and its next developments, creating a virtuous circle that will benefit the evolution of the entire industry. Evolution of passenger experience. With each generation of airplanes, the passenger becomes more demanding. Comfort, connectivity and customization of the service are essential to loyalty to travelers, especially on routes of 10, 12 or even 16 hours. The 777X, with its improvements in pressurization, entertainment and space, can establish the standard expected by users in future long-range aircraft. Greater personal space. Health and well-being care during the flight. Vanguard technology for work, entertainment and rest. If 777X manages to popularize these innovations, it is almost certain that they will be adopted in other models, benefiting millions of passengers worldwide. Conclusion. The Boeing 777X represents a technological advance in commercial aviation. Folding wings to improve efficiency, Jenks motors of great power and a more comfortable and sustainable cabin. His arrival redefines the long-distance flight experience, precipitates the removal of four-story airplanes and opens the door to new ultralargas routes. Will you become a new classic of the skies? Time and competition will determine it. If you like this content, do not forget to like and subscribe to continue discovering the most exciting news of the aeronautical industry.